It was my last day in the Lake Geneva region. My winter sojourn through Switzerland had begun in Lausanne. From here I would carry on westwards to Zurich, but more about that later. First, it's time for a flashback. I'd arrived at the iconic Beau Rivage Palace, the 150-year-old iconic luxury hotel with views of Lake Geneva and the Alps. I checked into the extravagant 7,000 Swiss francs a night Imperial Suite and then carried on with my must-do list for Lausanne. On the list were the 12th century Gothic cathedral with the $4 million organ and a niche chocolatier called Blondel.
Magnifique.
Thank you.
The next morning, no thanks to bad weather, my chartered helicopter flight over the Alps was cancelled. So I took the train for a day trip to Zermatt, the world-famous skiing and mountaineering destination. But again, the weather gods conspired to deny me views of the Matterhorn, Switzerland's most famous mountain. So I had lunch. Bubbling hot cheese and bread, better known as fondue.
Right, cheers.
Cheers.
The next day was reserved for spa indulgence and haute gastronomy at the Beau Rivage Palace. It was my fourth day in Lausanne. The sun was out, the snow was melting, but the temperature was still sub-zero as I walked down to the waterfront, right opposite the Beau Rivage Palace where I was staying. It was a good day for a cruise on Lake Geneva. If you don't own a boat, nor want to charter one, just jump onto the ferry. The 580 square kilometer Lake Geneva is the largest freshwater lake in Western Europe. The border between France and Switzerland runs through it. The French call it Lac Léman. A larger part of the lake is Swiss territory, and several of Switzerland's prominent cities and towns lie along Lake Geneva's shores. All are accessible by boat. It's a leisurely Sunday pastime for the posh people in Switzerland to take a lunch boat. The winter views from the ferry are lovely. A steady stream of changing visuals. Old Swiss towns, promenades, marinas on one side. On the other, the Alps dominate the horizon. Well, the sun may be out, only just now, but it's still about -1, plus there's wind, so I'm going to go in. Some wine should warm me up. Speaking of which, these are the terraces of Lavaux, the 11th century wine-growing region that's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Wine is still produced here. The region extends 30 kilometers west to east, from the outskirts of Lausanne, past Montreux, where legendary rock star Freddie Mercury once lived, to Château de Chillon, where I was going to get off. Château de Chillon is very popular with tourists. It's majestic and mysterious. Its dramatic setting even made an impression on thinkers and writers centuries ago. The castle stands on a little island in the lake. Its value lay in controlling the trade route passing through and along this part of Lake Geneva. Ownership has changed several times over the last 800 years, and so has the structure. It has been a residence, fortress, administrative center, and prison. Well, I'm all set with my audio guide. Time to explore the rest of Chillon. See you later.